Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. My name is Brandon, and today we're going to be talking about ProPresenter 7.3. It's the newest one out there as of the date of this video, and also with Resi. And Resi is formerly known as Living as One. It's an internet company that provides live streaming services, and we're going to talk about some of the information about it, whether it's worth it for whatever church you go to, and if you're a part of a small church, whether it's worth it for that. And so not a lot of information on how to in this video, so if you're looking for that, you may want to check out a different video, but for information about it, this is what you need to look at. So just bear with me. Here we go. So on 7.3, first off with Resi, Resi is a really good company. We have a hardware encoder that we have personally here at the church. We got it back when COVID-19 first came out. We were having a lot of issues with our live streaming. We had a hardware encoder before that didn't require monthly service, and that's why we went with that one. But unfortunately, it just was having a lot of glitches and all that kind of stuff. And I can just tell you right now from a lot of experience that Resi is the top of the line. The way they do it, the way their customer service is, everything about them, they are an extremely good company. And I appreciate them. They have helped us out so much. Is it kind of costly? Yes. If you're a small church with a small budget, it is. But if you have a lot of issues with your live streaming and a lot of buffering and different things like that where it freezes up and glitches a lot, this is a company that is really, really worth it. Their hardware encoders, which we have the small one, is called Ray encoder. It's really good. They have kind of incorporated software encoders now, or made ProPresenter to where it can do it. And I haven't honestly tested that part out, but everyone that I've seen and everyone I've looked at online and stuff like that, they say it's really, really good. It's not as good as the hardware encoder, and so if you have the extra money, go ahead and purchase that. But it is a really good option for you. And if your church is in a location where it doesn't have good internet, instead of spending a lot more money on a lot more bandwidth and all that kind of stuff, maybe you want to consider this as well. So anyways, we're going to talk about some of the benefits and the cons and just kind of some of the information that I know about it. First off, kind of what I already mentioned, customer service. Their customer service is top of the line. They've kind of scaled back as far as 24/7, but you can submit tickets, you can contact them, but they've kind of submitted it to, or dropped it down to like 10 p.m. I think on some of their stuff. I had to contact them this past week, and it looked like they put some times on there. But I can tell you that no matter when I email them, I'm always getting a response back. They're always helpful. Zero problems out of them. The only negative I've ever heard about this company, hands down, and I've done a lot of research, is just that it's kind of costly. So, as far as the product and how it works, and it works different than normal encoders and how other things live stream. And so I haven't gone into a ton of the details of all that kind of stuff, but I can just tell you that the way that they live stream, it does it a different way, and it is just so cool because we have zero dropouts. And one of the good things is like this past week, our internet was kind of rough here at our church, and what they did was they'll send out an email to everybody that's on the account. So it's me and one other guy that we're on there, and we get notified that if our church is having connection issues, they will email you, so that way you know that, hey, we're still going live, we're doing everything we can on our end, but if there's a connection issue that it gets absolutely to where we can't live stream anymore, or it may not live stream like it's supposed to, they will email us, so that way we can kind of take a look at it and adjust things on our end if we need to. So really cool on that. Customer service is definitely the number one thing. Chick-fil-A is a popular option. One of the reasons why is because they're quick and their customer service. You don't get an attitude 90% of the time when you go. And same thing with Resi. They are like, I always joke around like they're the Chick-fil-A of live streaming. And so appreciate them. Don't work for them, just giving you my honest opinion on that. So one of the negatives about it, like I said, is the cost, and I'll talk about that a little bit. If you're a small church, they don't broadcast this on their their website as far as the actual pricing, or at least they didn't when we signed up. But if you're a church, and I believe it's under 100 people, they do offer a lower amount per month. It is a monthly based program. So if that's not an option for you, maybe you want to look at the Blackmagic ATM Mini Pro, which I mentioned in some other videos. But again, if you have internet issues, Resi is definitely the way to go. But I can't remember offhand. I believe we paid like $1,300 for our encoder, and this is just off memory. And then I believe it's like $90 a month. And you say, wow, that's a lot. That a small church can't afford that. And I agree. I understand that is a lot of money. But here's kind of what I've said in a lot of the live streaming videos. You get what you pay for. And that's when it's live streaming stuff, that is definitely true. And so what we did was we presented the need to the people in our church, and we did a couple of fundraisers right before the COVID got really bad in our area, and so we would do like to-go chicken spaghetti plates or some kind of fundraiser like that, and just presented the need out there. And so basically what we were able to do was we were able to buy the encoder, which was I think like $1,300, and we were able to we gathered enough money through that because people had kind of bought into it that we were able to cover our first 2 full years of live streaming payments for everything. So we don't have to worry about it. It's taken care of. And so even though it was a lot of money, we just kind of felt like, hey, if we put the need out there, if we do a fundraiser, we can knock it out and we're good to go. And it's not a monthly note that's just sitting there hovering over us. And so maybe that's something you can kind of consider on this. I know it's a lot of money. I know there may be other needs, but if you really want to put your best foot forward, make sure to do everything that you can. And so a couple of quick fundraisers and stuff like that, and maybe you knock it out for the whole year, and then you don't have to worry about that. So one of the other things I mentioned was, is it worth it for small churches? There are encoders out there that doesn't cost anything per month. Like I said, the Blackmagic ATM Mini Pro, there's some links in the description if you want to look at those. And it's a good option. ATM Mini Pro is still good, even if you want to use it as a switcher and then use Resi for the encoder part. But it's all there, and it's a good option. But I get it that Resi is not for small churches, and this YouTube channel is mainly for small churches. So if you can't afford it, I would encourage you to look into it. It really is a good program. Research it. They have a lot of stuff out there and a lot of help and a lot of customer service. If you can't afford it, look into the Blackmagic ATM Mini Pro and just go there. But it is a cool thing. Now with ProPresenter 7.3, like I said, a lot of things are different in there. Everything's kind of the opposite of ProPresenter 6 and 5, and some of the language is different. And so with that, I believe they came out with the update and they said it was like $60 a month if you use ProPresenter with Resi, and then I think it's like $9 per computer after that. So you're looking at $60 a month for one live streaming thing, and I may be wrong on that, but that's just what I saw on some of the posts. I haven't researched it a ton, so you may say $60 is way too much. Again, fundraisers help, and so but 7.3 on ProPresenter seems a lot more stable. It seems like there's a lot less glitches, and they've kind of fixed some things in there. One thing I really like is you have a lot of slides up there, and a song may have 15-20 slides depending on how many you put in there for the lyrics, and it's very easy to kind of get lost in all that kind of stuff. Well, in that, a lot of the like the verse 1, verse 2, and all that kind of stuff, it'll have a little letter in the box, and you can hit that letter on the keyboard and it takes you to verse 1. Or if you hit C for chorus, it hits C, it comes up and it puts the chorus right there. So if you get in a bind, or if there's a lot of different windows and stuff, you can look at those little keys in the corner, and that's pretty cool to me. And also, you can add as many displays out as your computer can handle. So in other words, you can have a main display out, you can have a stage display, so in other words like a confidence monitor, and then you can add other displays for like internet only lower third, and it's all running on one set of lyrics but as long as your computer can handle it, you have all those going out. So that's a really cool feature on there. Again, it's kind of a learning curve, but it's getting there, and I'm truly liking it. I hope we get to go to it soon at our church. We're still kind of waiting on all the finance stuff to go through, but just check it out. Like I said, you can download it for free and check it all out and learn it, and then if you really like it, you can purchase it. ProPresenter is expensive. You get what you pay for. So hopefully this helps. Sorry if I rambled a little bit, but I just tried to throw out some information there. Hope you have a great day. Please subscribe to the channel, and feel free to comment or like and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to purchase the ATM Mini Pro or any of the other items that are listed that you may need, the links are in the description. If you click on those, they help me. So I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.